yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the folding chair to my recliner with cup holders and built-in massage, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
And the office chair with lumbar support to my recliner with cup holders and a built-in massage, Nate Loucks.
Hey, that's me.
This comparison brought to you by the new ChatGPT model. So I told Brad I was going to use ChatGPT, something he despises, to come up with.
What is it? What is
Now,
the
here
current model? Is it 4.5 or something?
4.0. So here's the thing that I said.
Chat GTFO.
Here's what I said. I need three things to compare. Can be anything. Good, better, best. And that's what I came up with. So I didn't give it anything like, hey,
Make it
I
funny.
need to be funny.
Yeah, so you're
Right.
terrible at this.
Well, I did it in 5 seconds.
Do it and make it funny. Let's see what kind of bullshit this
Do
comes
it.
up with.
Make it funny
Can
this
you make
time.
this a lot more funny?
He doesn't even type it. He
He can't do it. Like he can't read books. He has to listen to them.
For the speed of it, dude. I'm just sitting here.
He can't cook food. He has to order it.
All right, here we go. Hey, everybody. It's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Cottos. With me, as always, is the folding chair at a family reunion to my leather recliner that fully envelops your body and judges no one for snacking at 2 a.m.
What?
Bradford Oman.
That makes sense.
And an office chair that squeaks every time you move, but at least spins. Nate Loucks.
Whee! All right, we're getting better.
Are we?
Yeah, getting better.
The
Make it funnier. Do it again.
The stale granola bar you found in your car compared to the cookie so fresh they file a restraining order the moment you pick one up.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Now here's the thing.
Now it's
basing
good.
that off of your request for ChatGPT. So what are you doing with ChatGPT?
And then, Nate, you are the nachos with cheese so radioactive it glows under black light. Because this is hilarious.
Wow.
So you know what, ChatGPT, Brad, you're going to keep your job just a little bit longer. But it's another episode. We're here. We're dialed in. We're ready to go. We're excited.
I've been pumped.
I'm okay.
Who hurt you?
It's just
What happened this week?
I shared an Oprah story with you guys earlier, and you guys weren't that impressed with it.
I think we were very impressed.
If anything, we were confused and excited.
I think that the listeners of the 10 to 1 podcast are going to be like, they were overly enthused by that story because it was a great story, but I think we took it to the next level by our reaction to it.
I don't know. I was hoping you guys
Long story short,
put me on your shoulders.
Nate
put me
Loucks-
on your shoulders, walk me out of the house, and celebrate me.
Nate Loucks told a story about pooping and throwing up at the same time in China, glancing over and seeing himself on the Oprah Winfrey show
On TV.
at the same moment. Pretty great story.
If you have a similar story, we would love to hear it. Because we're pretty sure that's like a
The
super
only
unique
thing
thing that
that's
no one's ever
ever-
seen themselves on TV while throwing up and shitting at the same time.
Hi, Go Flix Yourself. I was just going to tell you that one time that I was bleeding out my arm and I stubbed my toe real bad and I looked over, I was on the Jerry Springer show, but I was in Taiwan.
Speaking of, by the way, yeah, you can go to goflixyourselfpod.com and leave us a voice note if you want to tell that story, and we'll put it on the podcast.
Yeah,
That's true.
Love to hear your stories.
We would love to hear,
hear
your story about shitting and throwing
Brett,
up.
if I let you bring a sponsor, are you going to leave it out and let it spill all over the floor like you did last week?
Here's the thing.
There's a lot of mice in this place now.
First of all, let's just get something straight. That sponsor was not from last week. That was from weeks ago.
Oh, cool. So you left something over there for weeks to rot
I'm
in
sorry
the
that you
corner.
don't clean up your fucking house after people come over.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry the podcast room is a dumpster where you just leave shit lying around and you let mice come in and just munch on spicy queso crackers all the time.
Pretty sure
What kind of house
this is not the
lets
flex.
rodents all around
This
to
is not
munch
the
up
flex
the
that
food?
you think it is.
No,
Because
it's not the flex you think it is.
Because I would never, ever, as a guest in someone's home who brought something over, leave it behind. Especially if it's
If
spilled.
you think I'm a
'Cause
guest in the house where my own podcast is recorded, you have another thing coming.
I
I have slept in the bed upstairs. I have shit in both toilets in this house. If
shit.
I'm still a guest in this house, I want a lawyer.
You leave shit that spills out, and you don't care.
No.
Clean up after yourself.
Hey,
I'm not your fucking maid.
Hey, let's be clear. Once the snacks go to you, they're your snacks.
But you have them on your side of the room, and they're sitting on a table that you should clean up after yourself.
First of all, that's not a table. That's a fridge.
It's the top of a fridge that you're using as a table. You always set your drink there. You always set your snacks there. So clean up after yourself.
I've only been sitting here for a few weeks. I used to sit right over there. Nate left those snacks there. If you want to blame anyone, if you want to blame anyone,
how-
if you want to blame anyone, you blame Nate and you blame the rats who came into this house.
They're not rats. Rats.
The rats that have infested this house.
You blame the Rat King.
You have a problem. You talk to the vermin that are coming into this house and eating your treats.
You took the infestation and the bed bugs
Hey,
and the bats and the owls.
can we talk about
Our house, just to, hold on, to clarify,
I think we know. We know.
You're the one who brought it up. So
we do have a mice problem.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Yeah,
get
we
rid of
know.
some mice. We get it. It's a house from 1930. What are you going to do? But clean up after yourself. That's the whole thing.
But also, you slept in Ben's bed?
Yeah, he house sat.
we house sat.
Okay. What was that like?
It was pretty comfortable.
Which side did you sleep on? Did you sleep on Ben's side or Ashley's side?
I don't know which side they sleep on. Actually.
Which side did you sleep on?
I slept. If I'm
Looking at the bed.
looking at the bed, I slept on the right side.
That's my side.
Okay, that's why I felt so good.
Did it smell like Ben?
Because it's the natural divot of a couple of big boys.
I will say the one thing that I was frustrated is I didn't realize that the bed reclined and moved until the last day we were here, and I was like, "Well, fuck, that would have been nice to know."
It's got a what are those automatic bed frames that you can put up or down? Yeah, it's pretty
pretty
nice.
good.
Yeah, pretty nice. Got a massage feature too.
Now, I know we put it on to feel it, but the weird thing is it makes the whole house rattle.
It shakes the entire house.
Yeah.
Because it's from 1930 and they're mice. And actually, that's what causes the mice to come.
Actually, if you,
calls all the mice
you turn on the vibrating bed and the mice are like, "Oh shit, we gotta go."
Have you guys, you know the story about leading the snakes out of St. Patrick, out of Ireland? That's basically what the massage chair does to the mice. It just leads them outside.
Saint Benedict in his vibrating bed, bringing all the mice.
You know, that's a story. You know who could write that? ChatGPT.
Yeah, probably. Except I just did it, so
Well, they'll steal it from you. That's the whole
it'll
point.
remix it. Yeah, that's what it does.
All right. So what's your what? And again,
hold on.
I don't love that it's already in a plastic bag that I can see.
It's because the way I had to open it, if I kept it open and tried to hand it to you, it would spill, and I don't want to spill when I threw it because you established you don't want snacks all over the basement. So
Are they going to be melted like they were last
what
time
a
in your fucking
jerk.
pocket? Like you're having a warm gummy bear in your pocket.
first of all, it wasn't because they were in my pocket. I'm pretty sure it's because they were in the sun in the car.
Again, you keep doing these things tonight where like I'll put them in this place, and they're just the worst for like you're walking into this stuff.
The weird thing was it was cold that day, so it had to be just the sun by itself working overtime
What was the thing you said on the last podcast that you walked right into that we had to cut?
on 10 to 1.
I mean,
Yeah, we said because I just blame Brad for pirating stuff. He goes, I don't pirate stuff. I just pirate OnlyFans.
Okay, so
Not the flex you think it is, buddy.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Is it about OnlyFans?
Is there any fruit flavor that you like the artificial candy flavor more than the actual fruit flavor? For example, watermelon. I like the flavor of watermelon candy more than I like the flavor of actual watermelon.
I think that if you don't like the flavor of watermelon candy more than watermelon, something's wrong with you. Because watermelon is not a pungent taste. It's just like it's got a
Watermelon's
tame,
delicious.
but it's kind of a tame
Yeah, if
taste.
you get a good watermelon is delicious.
But it's still very, very docile as a taste. Like watermelon flavors are normally very potent, and very good.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. And they don't really taste like watermelon. Like
Right.
real
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
taste like
exactly.
watermelon at all.
So I would say probably grape.
Oh, really?
If you have like a grape sucker or something, or grape
Yeah.
gusher, those are incredible. And then you have a grape, you're like, all right, that's a grape.
Oh,
Interesting.
grapes are delicious.
I do love grapes.
Yeah, but grape candy,
No, I know grape, but also
like purple grape candy, which does not exist in nature.
and doesn't taste like grapes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
None of the
fantastic.
flavors taste like the flavors, right?
I think the mango candy flavor tastes pretty close to a real mango.
Have you ever had banana candy? Because it does kind of taste like
Well,
banana.
I've had the bananas
So-
and runts.
I don't know that's
That doesn't taste like
not
bananas.
necessarily accurate.
Yeah, actually, so there is an artificial banana flavor, but there are but some candies do capture the real banana flavor pretty well.
Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm gonna hand this to you. Now don't look at the front of the bag.
No,
don't
you
fuck
say
this
this
up
every time.
Don't fuck it up.
Nate leans in to get it, and Nate leans in to get it with his computer in his hand that is recording this podcast. Very delicately, he leans in. Brad makes eye contact and throws it 10 feet over his head to me for no reason. What are you doing today?
I don't want to spill snacks.
Oh my
I
god!
got reprimanded. Don't look at the front of the bag.
front of the bag.
Don't look at the front of the bag.
I'm looking at the back of the bag.
That's what you think. You don't know though.
Are they all the same?
Yeah, it's all just one pouch.
This is the next section of our podcast, the ASMR section.
Mm-hmm. The nice crunch and munch section. There we go. Yeah, it just makes
I
some of
gotta
that.
get one for Ashley, who's in the audience tonight.
You can have more than one.
All right,
I'm
so
not going to answer what it tastes like because I haven't had it yet.
these are peanuts.
Yeah, you don't have a peanut allergy, do you?
Guys, I can't feel my tongue.
Is it supposed to be this bad? It tastes like banana.
Yeah, these are banana peanuts.
That's what it tastes like. It tastes like banana.
Yeah, it tastes like banana.
It's pretty close. It's nanner pudding is the flavor.
So banana.
As in banana pudding. But because it doesn't taste just like banana, it tastes like banana pudding. It has like that same flavor the actual banana pudding does. This is a brand called D's Nuts, and I'm not joking. It's an easy joke to make, but these got sent to me for Brad's junk, and they're pretty good.
No, those are not bad whatsoever.
The other flavors
You've been a fan of D's Nuts for a long time.
Yeah, you really like put D's nuts in your mouth.
ChatGPT write that one for you?
Didn't need to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Childish piece of shit. Anyway, the other flavors that they have aren't really for me because they have dill pickle.
Brad's getting a lot lazier with his insults, by the way. Yeah,
You dummy.
piece of shit.
Why should I try
You
when
dumb-
you're just sitting there like a trash bag
You dumb fuck.
full of corn husks?
You know, come up with something clever.
Uh,
Use an adjective for once in your life.
Whatever.
He doesn't know what an adjective
Yeah,
is.
no, it's okay.
Anyway, the other flavors that D's Nuts have are dill pickle,
What?
sriracha ranch,
Go on.
and
All depends on what you ate.
hot cheddar. And that's spelled with that's an AH at the end of that.
Mainly asparagus flavored lately. I've been on a health kick.
Well, you got to be healthy. That's all I can say.
So, what is your favorite flavor of D's Nuts?
Nanner pudding is the best one because I love banana pudding anyway, and so that's just the flavor. But because I'm not a spicy person, I don't like pickles. So
See, if that had like a little habanero on it.
why the hell would you want habanero bananas?
He likes hot.
New band name called it
Hot Nuts.
Habanero banana.
Habanana.
Hey, Brad.
What?
It's time for a game. Nate, did you write a game?
I did, but I don't need to do the game. If you wrote a game, I think it's time
No,
for
he
you to
didn't
redeem
write a
yourself.
game.
No, I did not write a game. I mean, ChatGPT wrote a game this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, don't. We're not doing a fucking game written by
But-
ChatGPT. It was already bad enough when Ben was doing it.
Yeah,
let alone,
and that one didn't take ChatGPT. It was just me.
let
No,
alone
go
the
ahead.
computer that.
Well,
has
I
learned.
would like to see what ChatGPT brings us.
No, it's not good. Yeah, I did it in I was like, hey, just write a game real quick, and then it did it, and I was like,
What
all right,
was
that's
the
fine.
prompt? Read the prompt.
All right, hold on.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
you know what? Set up your game.
Okay.
Set up your game, your real game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll look mine up to see what the hell I was doing here.
Well, don't have him explain the rules for his game.
No,
if
we're
you're
not going to play my game because it's dumb.
No, I know, but if you're still gonna say what it
I'm
was,
just saying what it was.
I know, so don't have him say his real game if you're just gonna say a fake game afterwards.
Why? Well, you think our listeners are just stupid? They're not going to be able to differentiate?
No, I just don't want to do something that is stupid.
We're not doing it. I'm going to read the title of the game or the prompt.
Yeah, from ChatGPT, which
Oh
is
my
inherently stupid.
It's not inherently stupid. It's a tool. It's just how you use it.
You're a fucking tool.
Cool.
This is
What do
great
you got, Nate?
radio.
We got Nate.
Read your fucking thing. Oh my god.
I'm still trying. Like I told you,
There's a lot of prompts.
I use a lot of things for GPT. So I'm
Like, how often do
Oh,
you talk
Jesus
to
Christ. Yeah, seriously. Do
ChatGPT?
you have to do this like to ask to go outside now?
No, I just
ChatGPT, can I go outside or is the weather scary?
I just use it for a lot of stuff.
You're
What's
sad
the
little
dumbest
boy.
thing you've used it for?
Everything.
The dumbest thing I've used it for sure, has been one of the employees at the arcade asked me, "Oh, you're using ChatGPT? Can you give?" I took a photo of you. I just texted it to you, and so I looked at the text that he sent me, and he goes, "Can you just type into ChatGPT and say, give me a BBL?" And I didn't know what that was, and so I did it, and then ChatGPT,
Big butt lips.
it's Brazilian butt lift.
Oh.
And ChatGPT goes, unfortunately, I cannot alter an image of your rear end because it violates our terms and policies. So it knew what BBL was.
Oh,
and it
so
said it wouldn't do it.
ChatGPT is still not doing sex stuff, huh?
It won't. No, it will not.
Interesting.
We also tried to use
What's
it
the
to.
point?
Okay.
Worthless.
Calm down.
Hey, here's a cool AI robot, but it can't blow you.
Jesus.
Who cares?
Again, not the flex at all. You're like, here's what's wrong with ChatGPT. It won't blow you.
I'm sorry. You think AI is great and it doesn't suck your dick? I'm the crazy one.
And I'm the idiot. And I'm the sad loser.
Yeah,
right?
it's me, the guy who wants a blowjob from a computer who's
It's
crazy.
me, the guy that wants a blowjob from a computer. That is the problem.
Yeah, God.
It's me. No, we tried to use it
Everything in this country has been based on how badly people want sex.
We tried to use it the other day because we took a photo of the winner we had a Pokemon weekend, and we had a huge Snorlax. It's 7 feet tall. It weighs 80 pounds. And we gave it away, and this little girl won it, and it's bigger than her. It's a great picture. It's really fun. And their parents are like, sure, you can share it on social media. But unfortunately, my employee took a picture of her with it, like staged it in the arcade where the bathroom door was open and you can see the toilet. So like, well, that's not
And someone was shitting and throwing up at the same time.
watching Oprah. So we were not a fan of that. So like he noticed it. He goes, man, I wasn't thinking. And obviously this is the only photo we have of her. So I uploaded it to ChatGPT. I said, can you just blur the background for me? I can do that manually in Canva, but I just thought, okay, maybe it'll do it. But it won't. Anything with the bathroom and child, it's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Nope.
And the funny part to me is,
No, just blur the background. I just want the kid in the Snorlax.
it's so funny too because it gets it. Like it understands it at a good enough level where it'll say things like, we get it. You're trying to do something innocent for your arcade. However, you have to understand from our perspective that we have to make a blanket statement about children in bathrooms and why that's not a good idea. Wouldn't you agree? Like, it's convincing. I'm like, fuck. So I'm treating it like a person. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. But anyway, I can't find the prompt right now. I'll find it later. We'll talk about it. But Nate, what is your game?
Okay, so it is for those.
ChatGPT.
What does ChatGPT say about? No, this is Holy Week, guys. So for those,
Hey Brad, real quick, would you prefer a ChatGPT game?
Honestly, no. And that's how much I hate ChatGPT.
for those of us down with Jesus, we're going to talk a little bit about
DWJ.
films that have an Easter setting or have Easter as part of the kind of theme in there, or a scene maybe.
Yes.
All right. So I want you to get your thinking caps on.
Think about the
I need
5
you-
movies.
More than you think.
Well,
Not that I've seen.
I was gonna say,
No.
maybe you've seen.
So I need you guys. Let's do buzzers this game. If you're listening in the car at home, you could do a buzzer as well. Just name your buzzer
Actually, just
out.
honk your horn.
Yep. Ben, give me a buzzer.
Honk.
Brad, give me a buzzer.
Oof.
All right. So, for example,
They just paused like he's gonna change it, right? And then when Brad didn't, he was like, "All right."
now some of these films might be films that certainly involve the religious themes of Easter, but many of them aren't. Okay.
Okay.
So, for instance, I will give you the cast first. Okay. We're gonna do IMDb kind of. I'm gonna give you the top level cast members of this. And then if you know the movie, then obviously you can guess. I'll give you then another theme. Do you guys want the year? Would that help? Or do you want me to give you the description first?
I think we're probably going to need a little bit of help on this.
I know. That's
what
right.
Guess.
I know.
So the more
But
information, the better.
would you want the year second, or would you like the description? I've got both, so I can.
I like the year first.
I would do the year first.
Okay,
yeah.
that's why I want to give you little
Gives that
bits to see.
context,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start this off. This is the primary cast of this film. Charlton Heston. Yep.
The 10 Commandments.
Do you know anything about the Bible?
Yes.
What part of the
Yes.
Bible is the 10 Commandments set in, buddy?
Oh, isn't it in
Leviticus?
Exodus?
Is it around Easter?
Yes.
I love. Here's,
Also,
here's the funny part. Nate's laughing from on his high fucking horse. Like these fucking is. Honestly,
Guys,
I'm looking at it like I don't
never
know. I
an
don't
answer.
know.
I have never known an answer to any of the freaking quizzes in the games.
Also,
we
here's the
play.
thing.
This is
you're
my time to
loving.
shine.
You're loving this.
Here's the thing. You did say in proximity to Easter or about biblical things.
No, I said some of the things can be about biblical movies, but they're not all.
And so what would you call the 10 Commandments then, Pastor Nate?
It has nothing to do with Easter.
I didn't. You didn't say and has to. You said or.
No, I did not say or.
I'm pretty sure you said or. We'll check the tape.
I can make ChatGPT
Charlton
make him
Heston.
say that he said or.
Charlton Heston.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know another biblical movie that Charlton Heston was in?
Planet of the Apes.
It's an allegory for Jesus if I've ever seen one.
All right, the year was 1959.
Okay.
And Nate is literally like, how are these guys not getting this?
I don't know how you guys haven't seen this one yet. This epic historical drama follows a character. I cannot give you his name or tell you the film's name. He is a Jewish prince who encounters Jesus Christ during significant moments of his life, including the crucifixion. It's a pretty big movie. I'm surprised you haven't heard
The
of
Last Temptation of Honk. The Last Temptation of Christ.
No,
No.
it's a Martin Scorsese movie.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is you might. I mean, to be fair, you guys might not have heard this. It's a movie called Ben-Hur.
Oh.
My next guess was going to be Spartacus, but that's Kirk Douglas.
Have either of you guys seen Ben-Hur?
Full disclosure,
I've
I
never
haven't
seen
seen Ben-Hur, and I also had no idea it took place near Easter. The only thing I know
I didn't
about,
know that
the only thing I know about
Literally
Ben-Hur,
about Jesus.
the only thing I know about Ben-Hur is the chariot races.
Right, they have horses.
Yeah.
And I thought that was gladiator times. It wasn't? For real? It
It's
was not.
literally
It was not like in the
about
year
Jesus.
in the year that Gladiator was based, like whatever year that was. Then Ben-Hur was set in a year like 1 year later. That's how it is in my head. And you're telling me that no, Ben-Hur is set in biblical times, and Gladiator came out way later. Like
Yeah,
the
literally,
time, a lot
Charlton
of time had
Heston
passed.
is at the crucifixion
All
of
right.
Jesus Christ.
So is that like 500 years later then?
Why didn't he try to stop him? Get your spear off him, you damn dirty.
Romans.
There's Roman.
Romans.
Got him.
That was close. That was close. You guys almost got kicked out of the country.
Weird,
All right.
Yeah, I know. Going to El Salvador.
No, I'm pretty sure that they want to hear that.
Yeah, that's
don't
that's
know.
pretty on par.
All right, moving on. This primary cast stars Judi Dench, Juliette Binoche,
Here's the thing. I'm apprehensive because I don't want Nate to make fun of me again.
and Johnny Depp.
Does it take place around Easter?
Like biblical stuff around Easter with Johnny Depp.
I didn't say they're all biblical.
Well, technically, if they're all
If
Easter,
it's
they're all
around Easter,
biblical.
if
aren't
they're
they?
Easter.
No, you guys.
They're all religious though, right?
No.
So the game
They,
you set
they
up the
all,
game.
I told you they're either all set at Easter, they either have an Easter theme or an Easter scene in there. And that could be modern day Easter.
Oh, okay.
Easter is a
Okay.
part of the film.
I don't know.
Judi Dench, Juliette Binoche, and Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the year?
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh yeah, give us the year.
Wait,
Oh,
what's
wait.
it? Yep.
Chocolat.
I
Correct.
was literally going to say that as a joke. I was going to say I was 4 seconds away from saying
Chocolat takes
chocolat.
place during
creation
Lent,
of Easter
leading up
eggs.
to Easter with the themes of temptation and renewal. Yep. All right, here we go. Another film here.
Chocolat eggs.
Chocolate bunny.
This stars Julia Roberts. This also stars Sally Field.
Huh.
Yeah.
Steel Magnolias.
Yeah. Do you know where the Easter connection is?
No, I forget. I've only seen Steel Magnolias once.
Yeah, there's an Easter egg hunt in this film that's prominent,
there you
and
go.
there's other holiday activities around there. All right, moving on. This film stars Sal Mineo,
Yep, famous.
Natalie Wood, and James Dean.
Honk.
Yep,
Rebel Without a Cause.
Yeah.
correct. Do you know what the Easter scene is?
I've never seen it.
It is actually the film at the beginning says it's set during the Easter weekend actually. So, all right, here's another film. This stars America's sweetheart Sandy Bullock, Michael Caine. Who could do the best Michael Caine impression?
My name is Michael Caine.
My name is Michael Caine.
Buried too many members of the Wayne family.
For you at home in the car, if you'd like to do Michael Caine impersonation, all you have to do is say "my cocaine."
Mm-hmm.
Michael Caine. Just do it. Just do it. Now you don't do impression, but if you go Michael Caine,
Michael Caine.
there you go. There's a Michael Caine impression for you.
Huh.
That was not your.
Sassy.
That's very sexy. What is going on?
Thank you. It is Miss Congeniality.
Correct. Do you know what it is?
I don't actually.
There's another Easter egg hunt in this one.
I'm
Is
just
it
gonna.
really?
I'm just
Yep.
gonna guess. There's a lot of Easter
Yep.
egg hunts
Yep.
in these movies.
There's an Easter egg hunt as part of the setting in one sequence. All right, here we go. We're going to move on. This film stars Alec Baldwin. Hugh Jackman. Can you guys do a Hugh Jackman
No.
impression?
Not really.
Hugh Jackman? No, I can't do it. Isla Fisher and Chris Pine.
Hugh Jackman, Isla Fisher, Chris Pine, and who?
Alec Baldwin.
Honk.
Yep.
The Greatest Showman.
No.
I never saw it.
None of the.
Only one of them is in it. Yeah, I don't. Oh, Hugh Jackman, Alec Baldwin,
Hugh Jackman.
Isla Fisher, and Chris Pine.
Ready for the next clue?
Yeah,
2012.
it's not helpful.
Get your hands off me, bub. That's my Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine's not Australian,
But
Hugh
that's-
Jackman is.
But that's the best I can do because you didn't even do one. So at least I tried.
Another clue. Think animated film.
Yeah, Brad.
I actually like this film a lot. I like it a
Hugh
lot.
Jackman, Isla Fisher, Alec Baldwin.
If you haven't seen this film, I'm gonna sign it to you.
I don't know what it is.
Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, I have seen this. Man,
Is that Ra's al Ghul
I
thing?
forgot that everyone was in it except Alec Baldwin. 'Cause Alec Baldwin plays very Russian Santa Claus.
Yeah, very Russian.
Rise of the
And Isla
Guardians
Fisher is
awesome.
That's about owls, though,
yeah.
right?
No, that's the Guardians of Gahul.
I'm not joking. Like, I thought that was about...
No, Rise of the Guardians is the one where like
It's very good, honestly. Like I wish
Leonardo-
they would have made it a whole series.
Chris Pine plays Jack Frost. Alec Baldwin plays Santa Claus. It's all the holiday figures,
Okay.
and like they're kind of like superheroes.
So it's like if Nightmare Before Christmas was a superhero movie?
Kind of.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
the shtick?
A
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
it is it's based on I think a
book.
or
Yeah.
books.
And they did one?
They
Yeah.
just did one, but they could have done more. The director is he went on to do some other stuff. Do you
I
know
forget who it is.
Let me look it up.
But
Really
no,
quick,
it's good. I like it. It's a very good movie. It's a shame that it didn't get more traction.
Yeah, it came out to like when my kids were, I think Harry was born that year, so Nora would have been 4, Finn was 2, and they were obsessed with this movie, and I ended up falling in love with it. It was really good. Peter Ramsey.
Oh yeah, he is one of the co-directors of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's very good though. Funnily enough, Leonardo DiCaprio was supposed to be Jack Frost, which is why the character kind of looks like him.
That makes sense.
So there you go.
All right, moving
You should watch it
on.
with the kids. It's really fun.
Did you...
It really is a good movie. I hope.
Brad, do you think that you don't know geometry because you know that fact?
No. I don't know geometry because
Do you-
I fucking hate it.
Do you ever think about like how much we know about stupid shit like that, where it's like, I should know more facts about other things that matter?
No, because I feel like I do know more facts about other things that matter because I watch so many
I
movies.
don't. I feel sad a lot.
That's because you rewatch Predator too much.
I'm due for a rewatch, and guess who's never seen it?
Garth Brooks.
Ashley.
Oh.
No, Garth Brooks is a predator.
Oh no.
And that's where you got confused there. But Ashley's never seen Predator.
That's how have you not forced it upon her yet?
So I
The movie.
see, that's a good joke. I want more of that from you. That's a great joke.
Something you'll never hear Ashley say. I want more of that from you.
See, 2 for 2. There you go. Maybe Costanza it and be done. I'm actually waiting for like I want the kids to be gone so we can actually concentrate and watch it, and like we're all in a
Show it
good
to
mood.
the kids.
They're not definitely ready for that yet. But yeah, no, I really am gonna make it a big deal. Like I wanted us to sit down and make some popcorn and like turn our phones off and just be able to watch.
You're
it.
gonna be so mad if they don't like it.
That's the thing. Like I'm gonna watch it. I mean, Ashley.
You're gonna be watching their
Is-
faces the whole time.
Ashley's gonna watch it and probably at least understand where I'm coming from. The boys, when they watch it, there's so much hype that they probably will have the context of we'll lie to Ben and say it's the best, even if they hate it.
Yeah.
But how could you hate Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
And if you don't like it, don't say anything because he's gonna hit us.
He's gonna get mad and hit us again.
All right, this is the last one, guys. If you guys win this, if you get this, you win the whole game. All right.
What do we get?
You
have like a chocolate egg?
The year first.
You get D's nuts.
You didn't bring an Easter treat?
So
you get D's nuts.
so you're gonna say the year first this time, so we have context.
You want your first? Okay.
Well, we were supposed to be doing that the whole time.
One of 2 holidays that has delicious holiday chocolates. You don't bring us any treats for this game?
No, I'm trying to
One
not
of
eat as
2.
much.
Christmas.
You don't think any other holidays have good chocolate?
No.
What other holidays have
His
good chocolate?
holidays.
Of mine, because I'm one of those.
You're a dirty Christian.
Yeah.
You dirty Christian with your shitty holidays.
Yeah. Wait, but wait. What other holidays do have chocolate? I mean, Valentine's. but
Valentine's Day.
Halloween.
I know,
Halloween
That's
has
not
a
a
lot
Christian
of
holiday.
That's a Satan holiday.
No, he just said what other holidays.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh yeah, that was a bad question.
Yeah, no, that was. I'm not gonna lie. Genuinely thought.
Well, you know
forgot about Halloween. I genuinely did. I was like, yeah,
Yep, no, that's
that's one.
actually
That's one.
decent one right there.
Have you
All right,
ever-
what's the last one?
You never had a good Labor Day chocolate though?
I mean, if you're like Brad and I, every holiday is chocolate.
Every day, honestly. I don't wait for the holidays.
All right, 1988. Give it to you, Ben.
Oh, I
He's
mean,
one of the year. You
yeah,
said
no.
the year first.
well, yeah, and then you're gonna keep going with
Nope, it's the year.
That's it. The
All
first
right.
one.
Barbara Hershey. Speaking of chocolate,
Ooh,
Harvey Keitel. Willem Dafoe. Yep.
The Last Temptation of Christ.
Have you
There
seen
it is.
I have, but it's been forever, and it was only in college.
Can you do a Harvey Keitel impression?
No, definitely not.
Do you feel like Harvey Keitel has a certain way of speaking?
Yeah, but it's not one that's like easy to do an impression for. It'd be easier to do Willem Dafoe and Spider-Man.
Can you do Willem Dafoe?
Can Spider-Man come out and play?
That's pretty good.
You know,
That's pretty good.
you know, Peter, I'm something of a scientist myself.
That's pretty good.
You made him kind of sound like a weasel.
Well, it's the first time I'm doing it, man. Like
We're shopping it right
listen,
now. We're just
I'm just
shopping.
throwing out the very first time
you've really pissed me off.
trying to do it. You know, sorry, man.
You know what?
Sorry that I'm putting myself out there.
I like that you're doing that.
Do your Hugh Jackman again. Yeah, so you know it's bad.
Well, yeah, because it was the first time I tried it.
Hey, Bubby, want kangaroo?
What was that?
That's what he did.
I did not do that.
You might as well.
Hey, Bub, you want a kangaroo? Bub. You just say Bub in a gruff voice a bunch. Hey, Bub, you want a kangaroo? Bub. Nah, Bub. Leave me alone, Bub.
Hey, Bub.
That's spot on.
Pretty good Hugh Jackman. If I'm not.
You do one better, huh?
Yeah, you try.
No.
All right, so my ChatGPT game.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be
The
good.
prompt was.
Do work so I don't have to.
I said, you know a little bit about Go Flix Yourself. What's a good movie game I can?
What do you?
Wait,
hey,
hold on. What have you told ChatGPT about Go
hey,
Flix Yourself?
Hey, ChatGPT, you know a little bit about Go Flix Yourself,
That's
don't
between me and ChatGPT.
Well,
What are you doing? Hey, friend. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend. Hey, best friend. And so it says the movie game I came up with for your Go Flix Yourself podcast is game title: Make Mine a Tagline. How to play: one player names a well-known movie, Jurassic Park, or i.e. Jurassic Park. Everyone else makes up a funny, dramatic, or absurd tagline for that movie. The original player picks the best or funniest tagline as the winner of that round. Example, movie, Titanic taglines: when love hits an iceberg, a boat, a babe, and a very bad time. Spoiler alert, they both could have fit. You want your guests to come up with the taglines, not guess them, so the fun is all about improv and creativity.
So we could all three play that game, though.
Exactly.
'cause there's no...
So, just saying.
no thanks.
Yeah, well, play it amongst yourselves at home with your friends. Because ChatGPT said so.
Whatever.
Hey, Brad,
What?
did you bring a game?
I don't need to. I brought the sponsor.
Okay.
I bring the sponsor every
He brought
time.
these nuts.
I mean, it is a joke, but also he literally brought these nuts.
Yeah,
so
I'm
far.
gonna
I literally see him right now, the way you're sitting.
Yeah, those are out.
I'm going to put these nuts in your mice's mouth.
That was the weirdest sentence I think you've ever
And also,
said.
does
Yeah,
that
what- I don't-
suggest that it's really small?
No, it's gonna destroy them.
No, because if it's like if the mice
I'm gonna
can
put
their
these nuts in the mice's mouth. Like you
Yeah.
have nuts so small they'll fit in a mouse's mouth.
No, that's
no,
the point.
no,
It's gonna snap the
No, I
rat's
don't
jaw.
think so.
No,
I
no,
think that's what you're
no.
getting
You
at.
remember
I think
Pizza Rat? It's gonna
you have
break him in
really
half.
Micro nuts.
It's okay that you can admit that you didn't think that one through and that you made yourself sound like you had tiny testicles. It's okay to admit it. But if you're doubling down now and
the
saying
thing.
it's different, it's not.
Oh,
No, here's the thing.
Tiny test bread.
You're making an assumption not found in evidence because I'll get my nuts out right now and I'll smear them all over Nate's computer.
That's just completely like that is called distracting, right? Not getting to the core of that you made a mistake.
No, you'll see the nuts.
They're tiny.
They're not.
According to what you say, no, we won't.
They're,
No, we will not actually see the nuts. They are so small.
they're not tiny. They're a good size.
I've been told by
Brittany has
says
said
they
they're
are
fine.
not tiny. They're in her and Nate, her words, they're fine.
I actually adequate. She said they're
She
adequate.
said they're adequate.
Here's the thing. I'm not looking to win any nut trophies. And if you are, what's your problem?
Well, who doesn't want to be known as best nuts?
Yeah, like a guy has big
Like,
cojones.
most
Isn't that like what people
most handsome
want?
nuts?
Big cojones.
Most handsome nuts? What qualifies a handsome nut, Ben?
It's,
it all
it's
depends
got
on.
it's got a good lateral seam.
A better answer than I could have hoped for.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Can't come up with any marketing strategies at work, but I got that one locked and loaded.
Got a real good descriptor for some
Good
handsome
lateral
nuts.
seam on my nutsack. Makes for a handsome nutsack.
A nice,
hey, man.
nice trim haircut.
Hey, buddy. have you-
It's all about what you do with the hair.
yeah, it's the style. You get a little pomade down.
Part that thing right there.
Oh.
Looks great.
Lateral seam.
All right. So what do you got, buddy? What's the last movie you saw?
That's some good shit right there. The last movie I saw, I'm gonna actually save until the last one I talk about because
God, again, you just answer the fucking question.
I'm going to.
Just the topic is we say this. What's the last movie? It's to start the topic of talking about movies.
And
you
I
don't
am.
have to literally talk, and you don't have to explain
actually
this.
the
Hey, by the way,
last
this actually
movie.
wasn't the last movie I saw, but I'm going to say that because it's pretty good. Just start talking about the movies.
Hey, you know
this
what?
takes way too long.
Hey, you know what? You don't have to do is try to get everyone to like you. That's what you don't have to do. Yeah, here we are. Every time trying to Mayor Dermody, you want to come over? Come on, I'll give you some.
What?
Dermody?
Did you say Mayor Dermody, the
Yeah.
mayor of our town?
Yeah, that's what you do. Glad handing all the time, trying to suck butts.
And you know what?
You know he loves to suck butts.
by the way-
that is not Dermody.
By the way, my girlfriend's laughing a little too hard, so I don't really love that.
Yeah, it's a vacuum on the butt.
Okay, moving on. You dumb shit.
It's pretty good. It's better than what you normally do. I finally saw Captain America: Brave New World, and it's not great. It's kind of
It's
disappointing.
not bad, though. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but that's almost.
There was a better film to be found
I
there.
almost wish it were bad because it would have been more entertaining. It's
Yep.
so middle of the road, boring. Like they don't do anything interesting with any of the characters, especially Sam Wilson, who it feels like they haven't really figured out how to tap into his personality in the same way they did Steve Rogers. And you just find yourself waiting the entire time for Red Hulk to appear because you know he's coming. And when it finally comes, it's just like, okay, I guess, whatever. Like, we see this. There's some really terrible green screen reshoot shots in the final act, too, where it's just like, ugh, they shot this in a Best Buy parking lot. And it's just, I was so disappointed by it.
I like.
What are you doing, Crancracker?
I like the idea of.
Look, I tried to say can cracker really fast, and it
what?
said crancracker.
What are you doing, Crancracker?
Yeah, well.
So maybe let it go next time. Maybe don't draw attention to it. It'll just fly under the radar.
No, because someone in the audience is going to be like, oh, someone's.
Somebody opened a soda. Oh no.
They know you're not opening sodas.
This is a soda.
Yeah,
I'm pouring.
but for what, though?
into my cup so I can drink it
With what?
in a red Solo cup.
Well,
It's not a Solo cup. It's a glass.
It's like
I
a
stole.
red, like
So it's a glass I
it's
stole,
like
stole
Pizza
from
Hut.
yeah,
Albano's
it's a
Pizza
classic
Hut.
Pizza Hut cup.
No, I stole this from Albano's.
yeah, but that,
Same
it looks like a
difference.
pizza place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason you had those cups is because Pizza had them first.
Oh, okay. It's a weird thing.
So I like this idea though of this film being more about like solving a mystery or like solving a problem or a crime kind of like drama.
I would
like that-
too.
I just wish they would have leaned into that a little more heavily to try to do something a little bit more different.
So that's the thing, though, is like I feel like they're trying to do what Captain America: Winter Soldier already did, and infinitely better.
Sure.
Because they're trying to do that political thriller kind of thing, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, the Harrison Ford type of film, like I said, like
Yeah.
they should have leaned into that.
The
trying to
problem
be
is the mystery isn't all that compelling, and like it doesn't really.
and then they get to the end pretty quick, like
Yeah.
you know, like where it's like, okay, it's Red Hulk, and then you feel a little bit bad for Red Hulk, but then it's like, okay,
I wish there was a way for them to have not revealed that Red Hulk was a thing ahead of time, because that would have been a nice thing to like. Oh wow.
Yeah.
But also the other villains, they don't do enough with them to make that interesting enough of a draw. So like I know why they're like, oh, there's a Red Hulk in here, so come, make sure you come see it, because otherwise we got nothing.
And that's kind of, let's be honest, that is Marvel right now. It's like, hey, we've got to get people in the theater no matter what, so let's quote unquote ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
It's because if not, we're not relying on word of mouth anymore that, oh, you've got to go see the new one. I can't tell you what happens. Something awesome.
Yeah.
Now it's got to be like, oh, well, if we're not shoving it down your throat in the first trailer, sorry.
Yeah.
And that's pretty typical, though, from a standpoint of such a massive franchise with so many iterations now. I mean,
Yeah.
how much is left in the tank no matter what? I mean, what's Doomsday going to do? Is it going to be the resurgence of the next thing, and it's going to be now it's all sunshine and rainbows? No, it'll be a one-off. It'll make $1 billion because it's RDJ coming back.
It won't be a one-off because
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like the first one will be. It will be $1 billion movie because you're going to see whichever one Robert Downey Jr. is in for the first time, his character that will drive it enough. He is a big enough name in the MCU, and that will work.
And we just missed the old MCU,
and
right?
so enough of us have not honestly nostalgia for it at this point that I want to get that again. I'll be in the theater, Brad, to see that movie no matter what.
Sure,
because it reminds me of Endgame. I'll be there. What it does from there, though, I saw RDJ. He's still in it. I'll wait for the video on the second one.
Well, but that's the thing, though, is like I think that once you see Doomsday and they set up what will happen in Secret Wars, which will be the end game to the Infinity War kind of thing, people will want to see what the next one is.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe unless they like completely biff the landing.
Have they? Other than I think Tom Holland's still Spider-Man, but like it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy is kind of going away. Like they've got a lot of these.
You still got Doctor Strange. You still got Thor.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got. Now, Robert
But I
Downey
don't think
Jr.
there's anything-
as probably alternate Tony Stark that became Doctor Doom, right?
Maybe.
That's probably what they're going to do. And then who else is, you still got Black Widow.
Hulk's around. No, Black Widow's dead.
Oh, shit, you're right. Shit, sorry.
Hulk's still around.
Hulk's still around. With Mark Ruffalo attached, right?
Hawkeye's still around.
But there's no projects with those guys right now, though, right?
There's no new Thor movie. There's no.
But Chris Hemsworth has said, like, I'll be Thor until you don't want me to be
Well,
Thor
yeah, I
anymore,
mean,
right?
Yeah, but
he's
I mean,
he's in
especially you
he's in
put enough
Doomsday.
money.
No,
they announced him,
But
so.
he's not doing a Chris Evans where it's like, I'm done with the character. I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm not done. And like Robert Downey Jr. is like, I'm done with Iron Man. I don't want to do that anymore, right?
Well,
So,
I mean, he doesn't want to do Iron Man anymore.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Chris Hemsworth is not saying
gotcha.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
It just feels like though there's not a lot of current Marvel projects or characters that people are that excited about.
Well, no, and that's what I said before. Is like kind of the current saga lacks a focus on characters that you need to care about to be invested in the overall franchise, and it just doesn't have the same strength.
And I don't
as the
think
Infinity
Anthony
Saga.
Mackie is a bad Captain America. He doesn't do a bad job.
No, and he's not a bad actor either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's in an episode of The Studio right now, and he's hilarious in it. He's very funny, and like he has charisma and
have you
like,
seen-
to spare.
Have you seen Pain and Gain with The Rock,
And Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, and Anthony Mackie? Did you just turn your mic off
Yeah,
accidentally?
what happened to your mic?
I have not.
So I'm, you know what? We're gonna do assignments, and I'm assigning that to you
All right.
because that movie is excellent.
He's in it.
Marky Mark's fantastic. The Rock is awesome. Anthony Mackie is fantastic. Tony Shalhoub's in there, fantastic.
I love
It's
Tony
a great movie. It's completely different because you say, oh, The Rock stars as a bodybuilder. Okay, I don't want to watch that movie, but it's directed by Peter Berg, and I believe, right, Brad?
It's Michael Bay, isn't it?
Is it Michael Bay?
Yeah, it's Michael Bay's movie.
Oh,
Pain-
sorry.
Pain
I
and
thought it was
Gain?
Peter Berg. Never mind. Well, either way, Pain and Gain is a fantastic film, and you should watch it and love it.
It is Michael Bay.
You should like it.
I think right now, maybe
Mackie can bring the sauce. That's what I'm saying.
I am more excited about, I think, Superman. And I know you're a little bit.
I'm not excited about Superman yet.
I am excited about Superman.
I'm curious about Superman. Not excited yet.
And so I don't know. Maybe things will switch where DC gets a little more of the attention because
I'm not counting on it yet.
I'm not either, but I maybe it will.
Well,
if
they've got an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. It's the time.
If
right?
I'm being honest, I feel like it's time for superhero movies to take a little bit of a chill. I think they've had their day in the sun like the Westerns once did, and then the Western went away for a little bit and paved the way for something else to rise. I think it's time for superhero movies to chill out for a little
But the
bit.
problem is
But they won't.
nobody's filling in for them though.
They won't.
What do people want to see right now?
I mean, I would argue that more recently it seems like maybe there has been an uptick in movies like Oppenheimer, like more serious prestige kind of like pictures like that and things that people might
Oppenheimer.
go-
What's another one?
But I mean, not that this was as big as far as like a box office hit, but like I mean, The Brutalist garnered some attention, and it was a big player at the Oscars.
For sure,
no,
but it's all
push back
about
on that
the
because,
money, though.
No, I push back on that because those are Oscar-winning films.
Maybe.
And every year we have those.
Yeah.
Every year. So tell me what genre. And I'm not I'm not saying this to degrade.
No.
I know we fuck around all the time, but I'm not doing this to like get you.
I don't care if you are. I don't care.
But the idea is, if anything, I think that the resurgence of the corporate biopic, right? Air, BlackBerry, Tetris.
Those didn't do
like
well, though.
no, but I'm saying like if we're asking what kind of genre is new and is filling the gap a little bit, I see a not a resurgence, but I see those movies being made for the first time, where you're really telling corporate stories in a way that's a narrative that's funny.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
do see that, right?
I see
To a
that
certain
a little
extent.
bit, but
Well, name me again.
I guess
listen,
the
if
one
I'm
that
the
I
only
think
one
is,
over here talking
the
about
one
this.
no,
Name me another genre.
the one that I think maybe you could say is filling in the gap commercially, because I think that's an important part of this commercially, is video game movies.
But
Sonic that did well. The
Jumanji,
Sonic,
Sonic.
Minecraft movie is the number 2 movie
Jumanji's
right
not
now.
really a video game movie though. It's just like they use
Super Mario
But
Brothers
it
did
is.
well.
Yeah, Super Mario did $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah.
It's possible.
And so I think those films are doing
and,
fairly
and
well.
So the thing that I think is different this time around, because if we were to have this conversation, let's say in 2020, you'd say, okay, video game equals box office poison, because you got things like whatever.
Well, there have been so many video game movie
whatever
failures.
Uwe Boll was doing back
Yeah.
then, the Resident Evil series and like After Dark and like whatever,
Paul W.S.
those
Anderson.
just terrible shit, right? But now you're finally getting your Super Mario Brothers, your Minecraft, your big things that are coming to the screen. I mean, even Detective Pikachu, Pokemon, and all these things are happening now, where these are $1 billion franchises
Yeah.
that are actually launching,
And they're making
so
a-
I will agree. And Sonic, and they're making
Sonic
good money.
3
and
made
so-
$500 million.
and Sonic, and so the only thing that's happening though that's sad is if you look at the critic score on the Rotten Tomatoes, which I do, there is weight there. Detective Pikachu's pretty good, and the Sonic movies are pretty great. But other than that, it's not great. It's just a lot of people being like, "I like Minecraft," and they're going to go, and it's a not a great movie. It's got some funny parts in it, but
Yeah.
it's not great overall. And that's sad, because Brad and I have talked about this forever. You can have a kids movie that's still fun for adults, like Mitchell's versus the Machines, right?
I agree.
Yeah, maybe it's just we're, like you said, though, it is right now just a kind of a season of nobody knows.
The problem is that they're not going to stop. I agree with you, Brad, but they're not going to stop because studio executives are stuck in the last 3 years. Always,
I mean,
what's been going on is
it's not
going
that
on.
it's not that they'll stop, but like if the audiences aren't turning out for them as much, they'll make less of them.
Sure, but they'll still be there, right? Like,
Yeah, and
in the next 5 years, we're still going to get all Marvel shit, all DC shit. Like, it's going to be 5 more years before maybe they take a break.
obviously
a little bit.
animated films are still the king, right? You've got last year we've got Inside Out 2 was the number 1 at the box office. You got Moana 2 number 3 at the box office. Despicable Me 4 number 4 at the box office. Mufasa, I guess that's not really animated,
but
but it
still,
is
like
kinda Disney
kids
animated.
movies, animated movies.
Kung
are
Fu
so
Panda was number
crushing.
9.
That's always been the case.
Sonic the Hedgehog was number 10.
Has
Deadpool.
it, no, it hasn't always been the case. Like in the 90s, 2000s, like the Little Mermaid was maybe the only one of them animated in the top 10 that year.
I mean, well, no, what I mean is animated movies have always been box office hits, though. Lion King, Aladdin,
The big ones, sure, but
Yeah.
you still got like Atlantis.
Well, keep
and
it-
the other ones.
Well,
that
that was during a time when like Disney was on down as far as 2D animations like that, but Pixar was huge at the time.
Well, yeah, Pixar immediately became a household name and a powerhouse, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Like you said, it is an interesting kind of season right now. You've got a lot of stuff competing, and there's not really an intellectual property right now in film that it has captured. Certainly, comic book films are still making a ton of money, but not all of them, and not like they used to.
Yeah.
So,
Another movie I saw, I'm glad no one has talked about. It's a big discovery that I got to see. And
Yeah. Nate, do you want to guess what it is? It's probably the biggest movie on the planet that he's just fucking around about.
he's going to be more mad when he hears what it is.
I don't know.
I saw Drop, which is very exciting.
Went the other way with it.
No, I saw Drop.
Yeah, so did I.
When?
I don't know.
Sounds about right. No, I saw Drop just because, I mean, you had said that it was very good, and it seemed like it was cool, and it is fantastic. It's
You
just-
liked it?
It is such a cool...
I literally told you that I saw this, and that's why you saw it.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I just said.
No, but like I said, I saw Drop, and you go, when? Like you were
Yeah,
questioning.
That was a joke.
I was joking. Thank you, Nate.
Oh, I didn't. I thought
That
it
was
being
a
serious.
joke, buddy.
I thought it was going to be serious.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. But
I'm sorry, Nate.
he even went
Nate,
because you
Nate,
said to go.
Nate, I'm sorry, Nate.
I know
Nate,
you are.
I'm
But
sorry.
like, sometimes you guys just need to listen to each other.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
All right, we're making some progress.
Sounds good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, so good.
It is.
like, it's just
it's
such
so good.
such a well constructed, tight thriller that executes its concept very well. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Has 2 great lead performances. Sets up, pays off every little bit of the script,
And does the thing that every movie like this, from good to great, does one thing very well. They cover their ass.
Yeah.
They build a universe and they fucking stick to it.
Yeah.
They set things up previously like, oh, I only live 2 minutes from the city. So then if she needs to leave and go to her house and it doesn't take very long, in your mind, you're like, oh, she did say earlier. And I know that sounds really silly, but Brad and I honestly are very nitpicky when it comes to that stuff. Because like, don't have a date downtown Chicago where this movie takes place, and then you need to race home and you're there in 2 minutes and like, wait, what? Nobody could be home that quickly unless you set it up earlier that you could be. This movie does that in spades. It covers every corner.
So this is a good film, right?
So
That
I
you
think
guys
I would
both
say that
said.
this is a great film. I really enjoyed this.
Made cheaply, $11 million budget. Still only made $10 million, and that's sad because this film should make more than that, right? It should be better.
I think it'll have a good life on home video.
It will hit home video with the whatever the Rotten Tomato score is right now. It's probably in the 80s.
Yeah.
It'll do
It'll
well.
probably garner a lot of attention on streaming and get a lot of rentals and stuff like that. And I think
Let's hope, right? Because
The other thing this movie does really well that you didn't touch on is the comedy. They do a lot of good
Yeah.
levity, and it's a lot of tension building with thrillers, and then you need a release valve, and this movie does that very well. They pace it so that you're watching it and it's thriller time, and then all of a sudden something comes in and it's funny, and you're like, oh, and it's not just funny, it's very funny. Like there's some really well written scenes between the wait staff at the place and them. Like that waiter stole the show for me, Brad.
Yeah.
the nice
He's
thing
funny.
about these types of films, though, like I said, $11 million budget. If you can get to that $25 million mark between rentals and everything, you made money, right? And,
absolutely.
And so you didn't have a huge cast. You don't have a huge named cast, but a quality cast. And I hope more films like this are made.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
If you like, same director as Happy Death Day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that kind of movie, you're going to
Christopher
love this.
Landon.
Yeah. You still haven't seen The Babysitter. We bring it up all the time, right? If I get to give you another one, it'd be The Babysitter, Brad.
Yeah, but you can't do that yet.
I know I can't, but you should think about what you're going to give me.
Yeah, we'll figure it out
I'm
right
just saying,
after.
'cause I already gave Nate his.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally decided to do assignments since you've been just against it this entire time.
I was the one in the text thread that says we should do them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one.
all the time.
It's so annoying being your friend. What else you watch?
I also watched a movie. I went to a press screening in Chicago to see Ryan Coogler's Sinners.
I don't want you to talk about this
I'm not going to ruin anything.
because I want to see it so bad.
All I'm going to say is this movie absolutely fucking rules. If you don't see this in theaters when it comes out, you don't deserve nice movies.
But we watch our movies on our phone.
Yeah, phones. I can pause it and go to the bathroom.
our movies on the phones.
I mean, that sounds really derogatory, man.
I know, but that's how
we have
most people are watching their films
busy
now.
No,
lives.
I'm sorry. That's what stupid people do.
I don't know, but have you heard the audio these days on my phone?
Mm-hmm. I can
Pretty
hook
good.
my headphones up to it too.
Yeah,
This movie,
like watching it while you're shaking on the
And
treadmill
going to
at
the
the
movie
gym.
theater is super expensive these days.
Sinners absolutely rips.
Well, Nate won't watch it because of the title.
This movie is
It's
so
on-
good.
Wow, coming out
On
on
Holy
coming
Week?
out on Good Friday.
On Holy Week,
It's a big,
Does it really come out this weekend?
it's a big
Wow.
swing in a
Man,
lot
I'm
of
sorry.
ways.
I'm
So
sorry.
good.
It's a big swing in a lot of ways. It's so stylish. It's so
It
cool.
looks so fucking good.
It's this incredible mix of horror and action, but there's so much substance to it too. The soundtrack is unbelievable. Ludwig Göransson, who did the score for Black Panther and Oppenheimer and stuff, incredible composer, and just
sinners.
just like the
sinners.
the blues like infused music here, and like the score, like you just
Sinners,
that's
sinners,
scat.
sinners.
Hey, quit with your bits. I'm
Is this-
talking about a real fucking movie right now.
Is this not?
No.
That's not blues.
No, stop. That's not even close.
He's not having fun.
The
I was trying to have fun.
the way the score like mixes with the music that's actually like in the movie, the blues soundtrack and stuff like that, it's just phenomenal. And like I seriously will be really upset if people don't turn out to see this movie, because
Fine, we'll
this
go
is-
see it.
this is the kind of movies that people are like, they're not making an original movie anymore. It's everything's just a sequel. Fucking, it's like, this is the original movie you need to see if you want good movies.
Well, it needs to break, or it needs to, according to Variety, it needs to gross 185 million to break even.
Yes, it is a pricey venture, and I hope
That's a lot of money for a film that doesn't.
It turns out because it is.
That's called Sinners.
So good.
They should have called it Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Nate would have gone.
Would he gone marching in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Oh, now you're ready to do bits.
Oh, yeah. Now it's bit time.
It's not a bit. I'm quoting a song.
But it is
Two by two.
projected to
Hurrah!
gross
Hurrah.
40 to 50 in its opening weekend. So hopefully it does well.
I hope it does.
Let's see. It's got legs.
You guys better go see this.
See anything else?
Legs.
Yeah, but not worth talking about.
Just say the names of them then.
I saw a documentary called "Becoming Led Zeppelin," and
Cool.
Oh, I saw.
Nope, Nate. Nope.
I've not seen it.
Nope.
but
We're not doing this.
Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Just say that.
I'll say May.
Okay.
I love Led Zeppelin, one of my favorite classic rock bands. The problem,
Led
Led Zeppelin song.
Led Zeppelin.
the fact that you don't know the difference between blues and swing, and the fact that you made the same joke again is just like
I just keep
Really,
going.
really
maybe-
making you laugh.
it's like it's almost like you gave me HIV.
But I do only have herpes.
Oh,
Oh wait, that's from the joke.
problem
that's
with-
a joke from
the
Saturday
problem
Night Live
with
podcast.
this-
It's going to come off real
the
weird.
problem with this documentary is that so they're touting it as like this is like the first official documentary fully approved by the band, like all the band members.
Jimmy Page and Robert Plant.
They're all in it. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, like they're all in it as talking heads and everything.
But there have been 6.
The what?
There have been 6 other movies about Led Zeppelin that they were officially. I'm lying, but that sounds accurate.
So much fun I'm having over here. The problem is the doc itself, the way it's framed is it's boring talking heads. The information itself is kind of interesting to hear them talk about, but it's such a basic film, and they spend way too much time on extended concert clips that play for what feel like 10 minutes at a time.
It's like, okay,
And-
move on, right?
Yeah, and some of it's cool. Like I like seeing them jam, and I like seeing them like wail on the
So
guitar.
it
and
sounds
do-
like this is made for people who just love Led Zeppelin only.
like I feel like if it's for people who like love Led Zeppelin to like maybe a crazy
Right.
amount, and like
this
want
is an insane niche.
like the kind of people who are like diehard Grateful Dead
Right.
fans. Almost.
The people that would definitely buy the B-sides on eBay
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
go to see they're doing a screening of the behind the scenes of when
But at the same time, even then, I don't know what they're getting out of it other than the concert footage because it's such a basic telling
Right,
of
right.
how the band became.
Is it the behind the scenes of the concert, or is it like
no,
just-
it's full on archival concert footage.
which you can find? You can find those things. That's the thing is, like the
So
Beatles documentary.
Now that's the thing I'm not sure of those. I'm part of me wonders if the footage that's in this movie is maybe more rare concert footage that isn't commonly available
Also,
out there.
fine, but like the Beatles documentary they did a couple
Yeah.
years ago, they showed footage there that like it's just them creating the record,
Yeah.
which is fun. That is
Yeah.
that is
I'd like
interesting.
to point out that it just said just name the title of the film that you watched so we can move on, and now we're here 10 minutes later.
And they ask questions.
No, you shouldn't. I was actually I'm mad at you, Nate, because Brad actually was paying attention. He said, "Yeah," and then you said, "Just give me a yeah or nay." And he goes, "Me," and then you asked follow-up questions.
I just saw the film. I might
He's a curious cat.
Well, Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Are you done, Brad?
I knew you were going to ask that. I knew you were going to do it.
Fine.
Oh my god, I hate this so much.
I'm fine.
I can pass to you.
Fucking hate this.
If you're looking for a TV show, you should watch A Studio on Apple TV Plus. Just saying.
We're already over, so let's just talk movies.
I just have one movie.
You're over.
I'm over you.
I have one film.
You watched one movie?
Just one. This is a film that came out in 2025.
That's this year.
Yep. It's an action comedy
This
film.
isn't a game.
Directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You don't know what it is.
Burke and Olsen, my buddies.
Starring Amber Midthunder.
Now we're talking.
Do you know what it is?
Do you know who Amber Midthunder is?
Of course. Come
Jack,
on, man. Don't
Jack
fuck with me.
Quaid. Do you know what it is yet?
Yeah, I know it is.
Do you know what it is? It's a film called Novocaine.
It's a little Novocaine, baby.
Oh shit! No, I watched
Shot
that
to
too.
the teeth.
I watched that too.
Oh, did you watch it?
I did.
What'd you think? I liked it.
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Jack,
It's a playground.
yeah, Jack Quaid does such a good job of
He's
being
so good.
a lovable,
Anxiety-filled,
weakling, but
Yeah.
that you fall in love with,
Yeah.
and you just want him to win. You
Just
just want him to win.
realizing that his because the way they frame the movie with no spoilers because it's way new.
Yeah, it just
In this film, he paints himself as this is a disease. and I will die if I eat solid food because I could bite my tongue and I wouldn't even know.
It is
right?
a disease, by the way.
And it is. But then once he finds out that he can use it for like a superpower almost, knowing that he's probably going to die, but he could at least, reach his hand into scalding water to grab a gun type thing.
Oil.
I wasn't trying to spoil it, Brad.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, but still.
Not trying to spoil anything here, buddy. Come on, man.
Why?
You know what? Let's just. You know what? Hey, Nate, did you like Novocaine?
What makes it?
So did I.
What makes it more of a spoiler if it's oil instead of water?
Because then you give away that it's that aggressive.
It's just hot liquid.
Oh no, the oil is way worse than. Ask Mike Flores, friend of the pod, about putting your hand in a grease trap. He did that.
No. I'm sure it's
at Steak and Shake. In
I'm
college,
sure it's terrible.
He reached his hand into it and got like third degree.
Why would you do
Why
that?
would you do that?
Listen, he wasn't thinking. He told me this story.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just in the moment, you don't think.
Mike.
You drop something and you go for it, and you accidentally touch
Oh.
the grease. Yeah.
Oh.
Ask Mike. It happened to him. So ask him if it's a little worse than boiling water, Brad. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's the same temperature.
No,
as
it's
what
not.
water would be.
No, it's so much worse.
No, if it would literally be the same temperature.
No, it's not, Brad, because the oil heats up at a way different boiling point. Do you know how science works?
No, but I'm saying you can make the water as hot as the oil.
No, you can't.
Why?
Okay.
Boiling temperature
real
of
quick.
water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and oil can be 1,000 fucking degrees. How do you not know that?
The
But it's-
boiling
but
point of oil, just to let you know, is 392 degrees.
Okay, so 392, and what's it? Water? Is it 212 or am I?
212.
Yeah,
Okay.
significantly hotter. But you
Sure.
said literally it's the same.
No, but
and it's not.
But you're making it sound like it's way worse. I'm pretty sure either way you're going to be.
It's 100 degrees.
Yeah, but
more.
I'm pretty sure either way you're going to be like. You're not thinking, "Oh, I'm glad this isn't oil."
Also,
I can't wait to put your head
no,
in boiling
to
water and
get-
see
to
how
get-
easy you
no,
like
to
it.
get through this. Oil does this thing where it doesn't come off like water. You can't just whap your hand around and like the oil goes away like water does.
Can't what with your
It's-
hand?
Whap your hand around like bleh.
Whap your hand
Yeah,
around.
whap it. Whap it
Whap
around.
it.
Okay,
Whap.
Bugs Bunny.
Whap.
But it literally sticks to your
Whap.
skin, and then you've got 300 and whatever degree oil burning your skin instead of water.
Not me. I didn't put my hand in the oil.
All right. Novocaine.
Here. But here's my point. Leonardo DiCaprio was about to star in this thing, so that's why the character looked like him. But you don't know the difference between oil and water temperature boiling. This is what I'm talking about. What is not in your brain?
Who cares?
It's important because you would
For
reach-
who? I'm not putting my hand in either one.
You could,
It doesn't
though.
matter. No, I couldn't.
'Cause you don't know the
why?
difference.
Because I'm not a fucking idiot.
You call Mike Flores an idiot.
If he put his hand in oil, absolutely. Mike Flores,
Wow.
listen, buddy.
Wow.
I'm sorry. You were dumb for doing that.
Wow.
Guess Mike's not getting these nuts.
Wow.
Not in oil, anyway.
Well, that's it for Go Flix Yourself. I think I'm done for tonight. You insult Mike Flores, I end the podcast.
I didn't insult
Bye,
Mike
everybody.
Flores.
Bye.
I spoke a
Nope,
fact
we're done.
that he was
Mike
dumb.
Flores is a saint, and you don't fucking talk to him like that. You
Yeah.
apologize to him right now, and we'll keep going.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw?
Novocaine.
Did you like it more than Ben did?
Answer that question. We're done.
The funny thing is, on the audio, it's gonna sound good because he's far away from his mic.
Like really caught in between the two of you right here. So listeners,
Just like
let me talk to
A
you.
person at a movie theater.
So Novocaine is a very fun movie, and it has a little bit of a turn at the end there. So when you go into it, know that it's fun. You like it and you love it, and then you enjoy it at the end, and you're like, hey, I'm glad I came and saw this film. I'm so
Did you see it in
nervous
theaters or
right
did
now.
you just rent it?
I'm so nervous right now. I rented it.
The lack of respect for Mike Flores is jarring. I just want to point that out.
He can blame
Sorry.
you.
No,
He
I
can
would
blame
argue
you.
a
No, Nate,
travesty. I would
it's a-
argue a travesty.
Yeah, it's a travesty from
Hold
you.
on. Yeah.
You're continuing to review the movie. I said the podcast is over, and you're the lack of respect.
I'm doing what Mike Flores would want me to do.
Yeah, the
carry
show
on.
must go on.
Oh.
And
'Cause
Mike knows
Flores
that.
believes in what we do.
And I bet
he
you-
believes in me.
God.
And I bet you Mike Flores is out there right now. He's having a chuckle fest, laughing about how funny this all is, and you're over here being a
You know what?
sensitive
Let's
little
be
Sally.
honest. Mike Flores is likely working. And not listening to any of us right now. Let's be honest.
That's the truest thing that anyone's ever said in this
He's actually
podcast.
like doing stuff and getting.
Ben's gonna talk to Mike. Did you hear the podcast?
Mike
He's gonna be
Flores
like,
is
no.
building a life for
Mike
himself.
Flores is on a treadmill running, listening to this podcast, doing a spreadsheet. Olive is in there with he's doing everything right now, and he's barely listening to our chuckle dicks talk. And that's what I gotta say about that.
All right.
Anyway, all right.
That is all I have seen.
You really watched one movie.
I think so.
Why don't you watch things anymore?
I do.
We used to be a proper country where Nate watched movies.
I'm trying to think. I've been watching some TV, but not like anything new. So.
Oh.
All right, well, I'll run down what I watched here.
Oh, so now Ben's the one with the big old list.
Well, yeah, I wrote them all down this week.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it?
No, it's not fun when Brad does it because here's what I'm going to do. Just say the movies.
No, that's not fun. You got to react and talk.
No, I don't. I don't
You
really
don't-
want to.
Here's the thing: is in America, you don't have to do anything.
Saw Novocaine. Loved it.
What'd you think?
Loved it. Rewatched Pixels with the boys. I still think
Did the boys like it?
they love it.
Yeah. See, it's
Yeah.
fun for kids.
They love it.
It's such a waste. Such a waste.
Did we talk about the Electric State
Yeah.
already?
Yeah.
Yep.
last
Yeah,
Watched
we're
that
not good.
one. Ex Machina. I watched Ex Machina last night.
Had you never seen it?
I have seen it.
think
I'm,
you mean-
okay.
I'm
I think
doing.
you mean
I'm
Ex
still
Machina.
Ex Machina. I'm trying to do this thing where I'm watching, as many movies as I can, and I'm. It used to be in 2016. It was movies I'd never seen before. Now it's movies I've only seen once,
Mhm.
and I had only seen Ex Machina when it came out, and it came out in 2015. It's been 10 years, and so the thought was, okay, what did they predict about AI? And it was very futuristic then, where you had a very Turing test capable model, literally, and it's still as good as it was the day it came out. I mean, the CGI and everything holds up pretty well. It's very good. It's a very taut thriller.
Yeah.
I really still like that movie a lot. So it holds up after 10 years if you're curious. I watched Zathura because the boys had never, I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to, good movies for 8 to 10-year-olds, they've seen Jumanji, they've seen, Spiderwick Chronicles, they've seen a lot of these things. They had never seen Zathura. They loved it. Ender is 8, and it was the first time that I would say he's still very much that kid that's like, if it's got people in it and it's not animated, and it's that movie where Ender would normally check out because it's not animated. But he had this ball from the arcade, like a big 12-inch inflatable ball, and he's resting his chin on it, and he's watching the movie. And I think the reason that he loved it so much is the two brothers really fight a lot.
Yeah.
And it was aggressive, a lot of the stuff. And I'd forgotten how aggressive it was.
They use racial slurs.
For Asians, though, and that's the weird part.
Yeah,
I was
it
like, what?
doesn't apply.
They're not Asian
Yeah.
at all. Yeah. Who's teaching those kids? Tim Robbins. So Jon Favreau directed this, which I'd forgotten
Yeah.
about as well. But this movie is great. It's fun.
I've never actually seen Zathura.
So it's Jumanji,
It's
in
space
space,
Jumanji, yeah.
exactly, and that's what they call it. But at the same time, there's a lot more going on here than just that because of the dynamic with the brothers. Honestly, they fight. And it's aggressive, and they I hate you, and I wish you were never born, and a lot of that stuff. And then there's a
I'm
moment,
gonna cut your nuts off.
kind of it's pretty aggressive. There's a shooting star, and in the movie, you think the kid's definitely gonna wish that his brother was never born. It's right there, and you think that's happening.
But instead, he wishes he would die.
Yeah, no, I wish I could kill him and not go to jail. So anyway, Dax Shepard is in it as an astronaut. There's just
Never mind. I'm not in.
No, he's great in it. Honestly, he's silly and fun, and it's very good. I really enjoyed it.
The interesting thing
The
about
boys loved it.
Zathura too is Jon Favreau did direct this, right? So he goes on this high after Elf because he's done so well. He did, very
Swingers.
successful.
Swingers and Maid, right?
Yeah. He wrote Swingers, but he didn't direct Swingers.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
But this was a box office flop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, did not do well.
And so he thought he was never going to direct again because it was so bad. And he got a chance to direct his next film, which was
Iron Man.
Yeah, 3 years later, he got a chance to do Iron Man, and that really saved his career.
If you go back though now, like I just did, and watch this, you'll see it's good structure. There's plot. There's follow through. It's that thing we just talked about with Drop. They cover their ass. They show things.
It's a well-reviewed movie. Zathura is a well-reviewed
and
people liked it.
Kristen Stewart plays the older sister, which I didn't even know, and she looks the same. It's crazy. As she's playing a 16-year-old, and she looks I don't even know when this came out compared to Twilight, but she looks the exact same. And she's aged very well because she looks the exact same now too.
I want to
but
say it came out 5 or 6 years before Twilight. Did.
it's crazy how the same she looks. Anyway, so I saw that. I saw Black Bag.
I think you talked about Black Bag last
Okay.
time.
I saw Riff Raff. Did I talk about that?
No, you didn't actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So I saw Riff Raff.
I started watching it, but I couldn't get through it.
Really?
Not because I didn't like it. I just wasn't in the
Oh.
right mood to watch
Sure.
it.
For a
Right,
movie that is
back to it.
heavily promoted as this is Bill Murray and Pete
Yep.
Davidson, it is not. They are cameos at best. They're barely
Really?
they're in it for a total of 20 minutes.
Wow.
So it's a movie about Ed Harris and his family the whole time, and then Bill Murray and Pete Davidson show up at the very beginning for like a scene, and then towards the very end for like a full scene, and that's it.
Oh, that's wild.
So the marketing,
Yeah, really. Even when Bill Murray was like on Hot Ones and stuff like that, like it makes it sound like it's a Pete Davidson and Bill Murray
it's absolutely not.
two-hander.
It's an Ed Harris movie.
Wow.
But that being said, even though I was kind of let down that because I love
Ed Harris.
love Pete Davidson and Bill Murray. Their dynamic is fantastic.
Yeah.
They should make immediately another movie starring
Just the
those
two of
two
those.
about what their characters do for
Yeah.
a living, basically. But it's a movie about Ed Harris, kind of like History of Violence,
Mhm.
where he's living another life and it catches up with him.
Gotcha.
That's the movie. Very well done. I really liked it a lot. Again, pretty airtight. They have Jennifer. What's her name? Jennifer Coolidge is fantastic.
Oh
as,
yeah.
yeah, just a drunk, terrible mom type thing. My favorite part is that Jennifer Coolidge plays the ex-wife of Ed Harris, and so like through happenstance, she ends up like at their family's cabin, at Ed Harris's cabin. He's got a wife that he's been with for like 20 years, and a son that's not his, but he's been raising him like his son for 20 years. And still, Jennifer Coolidge is like, "Do you just want to fuck me? Like, come on, just give me the big dick."
Whoa.
And he's like, "Whoa, no, I have a fucking wife. Like, what's wrong with you?" And she's like, "What? I can't be horny." Like she's literally just like, "Come on, just put it in me, like for old time's sake." He's like, "What old time's sake are you talking?" Like that's some of the best stuff. She's like grabbing at his dick, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" That was indelible to me because it was so jarring.
you had someone
honestly.
do that to you before?
Oh, twice. Rest in peace, Uncle Jerry.
Gross. Oh my god. It took a dark turn.
I saw Mississippi Grind.
Mm-hmm.
Did I talk about that?
No.
No. I liked it a lot. I thought that it was very well done. I thought it showed it's a movie about Ben Mendelsohn as a loser and being taken advantage of or not taken advantage of by Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
They're both gamblers. They're both
Never
on the
even
road.
heard of this film.
It was an indie. It played at Sundance.
So yeah, because I looked up poker movies like Rounders. I threw that in Google because I was like in the mood to watch a gambling movie, and I'd already seen Molly's Game, and I've even seen Shade. It's that's got Stallone in it. It's terrible. And this came up as like, oh, it's pretty good. So I tossed it on, and honestly, I was not let down. Like Ben Mendelsohn sells this movie.
So I saw it at Sundance when it came out, and I haven't seen it since, and I remember being disappointed, and I can't necessarily recall why. I know Ben Mendelsohn was great in it.
So it was probably because of the ending, if I'm guessing, because I didn't love how they wrapped it up.
Yeah.
It was just weird to me. Like they set up a lot of stuff, and I felt like they didn't pay anything off.
Yeah, that seems familiar.
It is like a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, no, I really liked it, but
Yeah.
if you had a problem with it, I thought that would be
Yeah.
it. Was that they didn't really pay off what they set up.
Maybe I need to give it another shot.
It's honestly, Mendelssohn's incredible. Ryan Reynolds. This is 2005.
2015.
Sorry, 2015. So what? That's pre Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah. Just before.
So just before he became a superstar. So he's still known for like these, Just Friends and these silly comedy, Van Wilder. And,
Well, by
and stuff like-
2015, I think.
what else had he done
the
that was serious?
The
though?
proposal, I think, had already come out. He was already pretty.
No, pretty good, but like again, not known for like being a mega super A-list star, right?
Yeah, so this was like a year after Ripped.
Oh, R.I.P.D.
No, so this is like right after The Croods. A Million Ways to Die in the West.
He just has a
After it.
cameo in that.
Yeah. No, honestly, he had Safe House was in 2012.
Okay.
Not a great one.
Yeah, no,
So wait,
like, no, you're right. He
didn't, didn't have a superstar career.
Deadpool was the next year.
When did the proposal come out?
2012?
2013.
Hold on,
I'm guessing. I'm guessing 2012.
2009.
Shit.
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
So yeah.
So that was like a one-off hit then.
Adventureland, Adventureland and The Proposal came out the same year, and then Green Lantern came out in 2011.
There we go. Flop.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The Whale.
Okay.
So Ryan Reynolds is playing Ryan Reynolds as he normally does, but it's a version of him that where he does a really good job. And this could be the edit, but you never know if he's on Ben Mendelsohn's side or not. And I remember really liking that about it because I looked at it when Ryan Reynolds comes into the scene when he first meets Ben Mendelsohn. I'm like, that seems like a setup. And then I'm like, oh, maybe it's not. And then, oh no, he's setting him up.
Yeah, no, I do remember that it did keep you kind of like going back and forth.
Exactly. But then when it gets to the end and it's not what I wanted it to be as far as like a payoff, again, that's what I was a little disappointed. But overall, I can't hate the entire movie. I was engaged. I liked it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Mississippi Grind. Go check it out. I watched The Dictator.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep, because I hadn't seen it in a while. It's silly and weird and fun. Whatever. It's a Sacha Baron Cohen. Watched The Replacements.
Mm-hmm.
Love that movie because when Gene Hackman passed away, I watched that. Watched Ted 2, late night movie. Hilarious movie.
Jeez Louise.
And then with the kids, watched Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks story or whatever that was.
About the squirrel.
Yeah. And then also Richie Rich, which I don't know that I talked about on the podcast.
Man, Richie Rich.
Yeah, insane.
I have such great memories of watching Richie Rich when I was a kid.
So there you go. There's my movies. I'm trying to get caught back up because I do have a goal of watching a movie a day. And, I've been slacking lately, so I'm trying to get back on it.
I always wanted to sit in that cannon chair from Richie Rich.
Of course, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Locating Dad.
Oh, man.
Dad found. He's alive?
I had such a great joke about the dad link after my dad passed away.
Locating Dad.
Dad,
He's
not found.
I was thinking like Dad found. It's Patton Cemetery. It's just still right there, buddy. Because your dad's dead.
By the way, this is a little inside baseball. Ben Stein is in this, and what do you think of when I say Ben Stein?
Win Ben Stein's money.
Do you think of the Lonely Island podcast?
Yeah.
Andy Samberg's like,
you gonna let us in on this?
Oh, Andy Samberg. Wasn't Andy? That's like, and the guy that stars in Win Ben Stein's money.
Yeah.
And
he was genuinely asking, who is the guy? And they're like, Ben Stein.
You mean the guy that was in the Nixon White House? That was in the economic advisor to the president, Ben Stein?
Who's the guy that stars in Win Ben Stein's money?
That's pretty good. Yeah, no, but Ben Stein is in that movie famously as a tutor to Richie Rich. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of weird stuff like that happens, cameos and things like that. Over the top, a lot of over the top stuff.
Funnily enough, Donald Trump didn't make it into that one.
No, he didn't because he's not actually rich. He's leveraged.
If it was called Bitchy Bitch,
whoa,
you might have had Donald Trump in it.
We're apolitical
Since
here.
when did you turn on Donald Trump?
Yeah, you've been a Trump supporter since day one. You voted for him 4 times.
This isn't funny. People are dying.
Okay, calm down.
All right.
So very quickly, we'll watch 2 trailers. Brad, it is your turn to do the trailer song and go.
You don't get to rush it just because you had a marathon of movies.
Well, no,
you had a lot of movies.
You talked about Led Zeppelin for 10 minutes that we didn't even talk
questions.
Add a French film with subtitles, and you would have been Brad right there.
I went through all of mine in like the time it took him to talk about one Led Zeppelin shitty documentary. I think I deserve a little credit.
That almost made it more disappointing though, because you didn't give them each their due diligence.
Ugh, no one cares.
We watched the trailers for some movies,
we
but first Ben has to do the trailer song.
You're doing the trailer song.
No, it's you.
I'll do it. It'll be bad.
Well, what?
No, I mean like I'll purposely just make it bad.
Don't do that.
Exactly. So
give
go.
the people what they want.
You haven't done one in forever.
I literally did it last week.
I think we did last week.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I don't remember that at all.
That's because you have a bad memory. You're getting old.
It's because you have a bad memory and you're getting old. No, it's not. I have a great memory. You didn't do it last week.
I did.
Skibbity bop 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 ba da da da. Where you watch some trailers? Da 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 da. Let's watch. Let's watch some trailers. That's it.
Nate saved it.
Yeah, it was really. It threw me off, which is easier to do.
See, that's the thing is you ask why we don't collaborate with you. Brad doesn't get thrown off,
but I don't.
You have what we call white rhythm.
Skibbity bop bop. Biddy ba. No.
We watched the trailers for
Havoc.
Yeah.
And
first we'll talk about Havoc, which is a new movie from Gareth Evans, the director of The Raid and The Raid 2
Redemption.
No. Isn't the first one called The Raid Redemption? Or is the second one
The Raid Redemption. And then The Raid 2 is what?
I think it's just The Raid.
I thought it was.
No, it's just.
I'm probably wrong.
According to Wikipedia, it's just The Raid.
And then The Raid 2 Redemption.
And then The Raid 2, also known as The Raid Retaliation.
Anyway,
I don't know.
that's all wrong.
Anyway, The Raid and The Raid 2, two incredible action movies
If you have not seen them and you like John Wick, this was before John Wick, and it's better than John Wick in a lot of ways. And I say that as it's not as good as the world building, but it's the choreography for the fight scenes is definitely better.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Apostle?
No.
Another film of his?
No.
More recent film of
No.
his? 2018 Gothic folk
First of all,
horror.
quit trying to jam in the narrative just because it's Good Friday. Like, we get it. You had a game,
Oh, jeez.
and now you're kind of just
It stars Dan Stevens.
you're
Anyway,
kind
I
of just, you're kind of just forcing your way in here, buddy.
Gareth Evans directed this movie called Havoc that stars Tom Hardy
He did
and
Apostle.
Timothy Olyphant and Forrest Whitaker, and it looks exactly like the kind of cool action movie that Ben gets just a real stiffy for. And
I'm Forrest Whitaker. Like, he's the oldest voice in the world
Yeah.
now.
no, this looks awesome.
It does. It looks
looks
great.
like it packs the same kind of punch that the Raid movies did. Really cool action, great choreography for the fight, gunfights along with actual
Yeah.
combat and stuff.
Yeah, there's some camera moves here that are only from Garrett. Like, you can see his movements in there, and it's one. I will watch this in the theater if I can. I really
It's
will.
not coming to the
Unfortunately, you
theater.
can't. Yeah, it's Netflix.
Well, I will
so.
watch it on Netflix at home, which I wanted to do in the first place. So thanks.
Nate, are you excited for this at all?
Yeah, this looks good. That's
And
it.
you haven't seen the Raid movies yet, right?
No, I'm going to see The Apostle, which is another first, and then I'll watch the Raid movies.
All right,
That makes
fair
sense. The other trailer we watched was for Another Simple Favor, which is the sequel to A Simple Favor, the comedic sort of thriller starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, directed by Paul Feig.
The weird thing about A Simple Favor is if you tell me it's a thriller and I look at it as like drop, it's not that kind of thriller.
No, not at all.
But it's not a comedy thriller.
I didn't think it was all that comedy. I thought the trailer for the first one made it seem more of a comedy than it ended up being.
And they probably cut it that way to try to get people like, hey, it's not scary.
Yeah.
Because when people say thriller, a lot of people think,
It's a
oh,
pla-
well, it's scary. and I
It's a
don't want to do
playful
that.
thriller, though.
Exactly. So playful's the right word for A Simple Favor.
Yeah.
It's very playful. It turns the narrative of what a thriller should be on its head.
Yeah.
And that's why it works. But it's really hard to describe like what genre
And I
exactly
think,
it is.
think it's because Paul Feig talked about this. It's kind of inspired by like what certain kind of French thriller, which does have a little bit more of like it's not as intense. It's a
Right.
bit light. There's some levity that
so
comes from
Paul
comedy.
Feig, director of Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Right. So knowing that, if the director of Bridesmaids directed a thriller,
Yeah.
here's A Simple Favor, right? And so yes, it does deserve a sequel because the original was great. I love the first one. It was
Surprise hit.
great. Yeah, great. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm interested. This one feels like it's, and maybe it's just the way the trailer is cut. It feels like it's leaning a little bit more into the comedy than the first one did.
Well, and the trailer for the first one, as Nate said, though, was cut pretty comic heavy, so maybe
Yeah.
it's not going to be that either.
Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, it's I'm interested to see it just because I like the pairing of Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, and
Anna Kendrick can do no wrong, in my opinion.
of course,
We saw a Woman of the Hour
Mhm.
earlier this year. Stellar performance in
Yeah.
a serial killer game show
and she
movie.
directed it too.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm curious about this one. I do wish it was in theaters, but it's coming to Prime Video since they're the ones who decided to do it.
Hey, at
But,
least they decided to pick it up, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, this is doing well so far in the reviews. So
yeah, it premiered at South by Southwest, and people seem to really enjoy it.
I'm in
Nice
for both
sequel.
of those films. I want to see Havoc, and I want to see A Simple Favor again.
Simple
What's it called?
Plan.
A Simple Favor.
A Simple Plan.
A Simple Plan is different.
That's a Coen Brothers movie from 1989, right?
Did you saw A Simple Favor, right?
Yeah. No.
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 It's really good, and you should watch it.
I may have. I'll have to rewatch it though. Just see.
It's good.
It looks familiar. I know I watched the trailer. I want to know. I may have thought I started the film and it wasn't nearly as funny as I thought, and I thought
Turn
this-
it off.
Yeah.
See, so Brad, you don't do that, do you? I don't either. I watch a movie, I start it, I'm watching
Yeah,
the whole thing.
even if it, even
Oh
if,
no, I start and stop a lot.
even
of
if I
movies.
think it's terrible in
Yeah,
the first
I'll
20
watch the
minutes,
whole
yeah,
thing.
I got to see the whole thing.
Oh, not me.
I'm my father's son because my dad will do that where he's like, well, his biggest complaint about any movie that he actually stays awake for is I watched the whole thing waiting for it to pay off, waiting for the turn, and it never came.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I'm
honestly,
waiting for it to get better, and it never came.
It's mostly because I want to give it a chance to redeem
course.
itself and see if it does get better, you know?
And then when you get so far, you get third act. Now I'm not turning it off
Yeah.
because I'm 2/3 in the way, and I know it's not going to pay off. I know it's a bad
You
movie.
know it's not gonna
but
be
I
better.
but I've only got another
But I'm
half an
here.
hour.
I'm
you know?
Well,
here.
and similarly, if I'm halfway through and like I'm still not enjoying it, I get to a point where like, okay, well, let's see how bad this really gets then. So I'll stick with it that way too.
Let's just like now I'm hate watching.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing this to me. I'm doing this to you.
And I'm just rolling my eyes and sighing in my chair.
Every joke that's actually good in the third act, you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Not giving you any credit for that motherfucker.
Nope. Doesn't work.
Oh, by the way, last episode I said I started The Beekeeper. I finished The Beekeeper.
Oh, good.
You know,
So
again,
you didn't do Working Man yet? A Working Man.
Now, yeah, I will. I will definitely see that.
Let's go to the theater.
Nope.
You don't want to go to the theater?
No.
What with me and Nate?
I saw the Minecraft movie in the theater, and that was the last one I saw.
Well, that's different though. This is not going to be kids throwing chicken jockeys around.
Don't need that in my life, by the way.
By the way, it's getting bad. I don't know if you.
No. They. So what I have? Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, this whole chicken jockey thing that Ben talked about last time, where people are freaking out in theaters when this scene happens. It started a whole thing where like people are
just being disrespectful,
planning to be insane,
yeah.
like throwing popcorn. They brought a live chicken in and they got kicked out.
So the funny thing
Some
is,
theaters have been damaged and need repairs.
well, here's the thing. The funny part to me is you go to this movie as an audience member. You know it's going to happen because you're all setting up with your friends. Is like I've seen at least six clips, and I've watched them all. As soon as this thing happens and it goes crazy, the very first thing that happens is all the lights pop on and the movie shut down.
Yeah, so they're ready for it.
You're kicked out and the cops are waiting. Like they know now.
Yeah.
Right. The first few were funny and viral, and now you're actually getting in trouble. So, no kids listen to this podcast, obviously, but they're going to shut the movie off and you're going to get a fine, or you're going to be responsible for the damages.
Yeah.
It's a very finite space. So you can't just leave and nobody knows you were there.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Just don't be respectful. Don't do that shit. It's insane. At the same time, when I was probably 16, I probably would have done it.
Seriously, Mike Flores.
Oh my God. I can't believe you guys are shitting on my best friend so hard.
Mike Flores, I saw him. He came into the movie theater one time because he was working there, and he just threw around hot oil.
He was working at Family Video, not at the movie theater. Get it right. If you're not even his friend.
I worked at the movie theater, and he came in and he pretended he worked there once, and just so you could throw hot oil around.
Such a fucking liar. Well, Mike, I love you. Nate and Brad evidently have problems with you, and we'll talk about that on the next episode.
I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with your choices.
Well, that said, we've probably gone 3 hours here, but I love you all.
3 hours?
I don't know. It's been a long podcast. It's been 2 hours too long of Brad, and so I do apologize for that, listener.
Hey, you should ask ChatGPT how you can shorten the podcast.
It does. I've actually asked it, and you know what it said? It says,
"Go fuck yourself."
Eliminate Brad Oman. It just says that over and over again.
It says the fans love longer podcasts. Give the people what they want.
It does say kill Brad Oman, but I said eliminate is probably just a more of a.
I'm gonna tell the police.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?